Hello, everyone. I'm Silentbracken, and this is episode 25 of my Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead Let's Play. So, in the last episode, we took that 25 Magnetron quest from this guy, and I don't remember what I said we were gonna do after that. If I said anything specific, I don't recall. We hit a guy up here with our car. It was pretty cool. And there's this rural house over here we were gonna go check out. Um, yeah. Um, all right. I do want to go back to the military base. After we explore a bit, but I just don't want to spend too much time sitting around doing one specific thing. Um, I just don't think it's like optimal to do that. It's muffler. We do have to get back to base soon because we do have a bunch of buys I want to dissect, and it's better to do that before they start like rotting and stuff. I mean, they're already kind of rotten because they're like zombies, but you know. So all right, I guess what we're gonna do then is we're gonna head to this rural house. I'm gonna search this rural house. And then I'm gonna go back up to base because honestly, we got super lucky with how we spawned and where our base is at. We got Hub 01 right next to a military base, and the house we're living in is just right around the corner, basically. Like it's super close by. Um, so we got crazy lucky with that. Um, we are using the bill right now. I'm thinking I might make us a new spear and switch back to the spear. Um, just being able to stab the fact that the fact the bill does cutting and bashing damage just isn't very appealing to me. It's not that much bashing damage, and it's like we really need we really need more damage output, and especially with these armored zombies like we're fighting here at the military base. I think I really just want a spear now, to be honest. I mean, we could make a pike, but we don't really need that extra single spot of that extra single range that gives us. We don't really need that. It's not really going to help us too much. How? Like, this does do a lot more damage against, like, unarmored zombies and stuff, and, like, animals, probably, than a spear would be doing, but not being able to stab through the fence really sucks. Tuxedo, guys. Makes the apocalypse feel a little more classy. Sure, we'll grab all that. Why not? Is this adjustable? It can be refitted. Okay. So we will actually take those fishing waders then. All right, let's see here. I think we still need to use like a tailor's kit or something to readjust them, but it is readjustable. I also haven't readjusted that Hub 0 armor or Hub 1 armor yet, so we have to do that as well. Because I would like to start using that. Like I like our ballistic vest, but I think that we might be better off with the Hub armor. It's a lot lighter, I believe. None of those books are new to us, unfortunately. Do we not have our... Oh, we don't. We don't have our day pack on or whatever it is. Is that in the vehicle or did I forget that? Oh, I might have left that back at the military base, I think. All right, well, I'll have to remember to grab that. Um, yeah, I will have to remember to grab that when we're heading back up by the base then, so. I don't think I finished looting that medical room that we got into either, so might as well. Yeah, sure, we'll toss this television in the back, why not? I've really been avoiding a lot of um, like foraging type stuff so far in this, which has not been great. That's kind of important, uh, especially long term. So I will try to focus on that a little bit more as well. I was trying to keep the videos like kind of more combat oriented, I feel like, just because that seems a little more interesting. But like honestly, there's a lot of this game that just isn't that, so really learned that the hard way while playing that while streaming yesterday. I did my first stream yesterday. And we died a bunch of times because I just didn't want to stop and be more patient and careful. Um, since it was a stream, I kind of wanted to try and keep more interesting, but we just ended up dying over and over again and not really doing that much. So yeah, I guess it's a balance I have to find. It was my first time streaming it, so. Oops. Thanks. We are gonna want to start to you know, like smoke and dehydrate different things. Um, Probably go out and try to find some like animals to hunt as well. Something big though, like I don't know, a moose or something. Try to find some cows to bring back to base too. That'd be cool. I do have a carrier, a vehicle carrier at base, I believe, which I can install on one of our vehicles so that we can bring them back. All right, back to searching this house. All right, that book's nothing. It's just a fire extinguisher. Diet Cola, we can actually drink that, so that's good. Bathroom scale, I think we can disassemble that for something that might be useful. Soap. Do need more soap. I have yet to I have yet to actually I have yet to wash all that dirty stuff we have because I meant to bring more soap up there because we didn't have enough soap to wash it all, and I completely forgot about that. Lighter. I believe we can disassemble the lighters. I'm taking a lot of stuff we don't really need right now, but I'm not really planning on ever coming back to this house, so. I'm thinking I'll just grab anything that might be potentially useful here. Carving knife, chef knife. Frying pan, yeah, we'll grab that. We don't really need more copper right now, I don't think, but maybe we should keep collecting some of it for a little while anyway. At least if it's not like too difficult for us or in the way or anything. But I had a great time yesterday during the stream, so I'm not sure when our next stream will be. Um, trying to figure it out, but I'm not positive yet what exactly that timing is going to be like. I keep learning a lot though. I'm learning like a ton from all the people watching. Angry letter home. A written message from a soldier to their partner, stuffed angrily into its envelope. They know she knows, and don't even pretend you don't know. This letter's full of expletives that you don't dare read out loud. Unfortunate. Truly unfortunate. Too dark, eh? We still have our gas mask on too. We died one of those times in the during the stream because I forgot that I had a gas mask on. So I need to drop this back off in the vehicle. What? It doesn't fit in there. Alright, well, I'll worry about that in a minute. Alright. It does fit in the seat though, so. Yeah, it's getting pretty late anyway. We need to check. I want to try to get back to base before it gets too dark, you know? Yeah, I should have thought about that clean water that was in there, but we got a bunch of clean water. It's not like there's like a shortage of available water right now, so. I'm not going to go back in there to grab the other piping. It doesn't matter that much. The sparrow, a small bird with brown and gray feathers introduced to North America in the 1850s. It is now one of the most abundant birds on the continent. Oh, I didn't know sparrows were non-native. A normal-looking cougar, except its hind legs are swollen and its eyes bulge with black goo. Poor creature. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that right now. Oh, the flaming eyes. I completely forgot about those. Oh, that worked. All right, guys. So I stopped back at the military base to grab our backpack, and I think a hunter killer zombie jumped in the back of our truck. So swept him, sent him reeling. All right, we defeated him. There's still a handful of things we're gonna want in that medical room. I tried to grab some of it, but we need to be getting back to base. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, I'm back at base. I stopped by the military base on the way back, which you should see some of that because of the hunter killer zombie jumping in the back of our car. Um, but yeah, um, I stopped by there. I grabbed our day pack since I had forgot it there. It was exactly where I thought it was, so it wasn't a big deal. I continued looting that medical room. Um, I didn't get everything out of it, but I got most things that like mattered out of it. So it should be fine. We can always go back anyway. Well, we are gonna go back eventually, actually, to keep clearing it out and try and access like the armory and stuff. But I have a few other things I want to try and do first. So we got a bunch of buys. We got dissect now. Yeah, a ton of different stuff. So I'm gonna try and get some of that done. We'll probably only be able to do like one before the before like we had to go to sleep since it took us a lot longer to get back than I was thinking it might or would. We do have a scalpel now, so that's fantastic. So this will give us physiology, principles of zombie biology, and synthetic armor dissecting this Black Ops zombie here. So we'll see what this does, see what this gives us. And then we'll have to have our character go to sleep after this. You make one incision, and the resulting cloud of black smoke forces you to take a short break as it becomes impossible to see anything. The heart is overtaken by a mass of fistulas and other growths. I don't know what those are. Weird. All right, guys, here we are. It's the next morning. I just went and did all of our quick morning stuff, like, eating and drinking. And I changed the batteries out of a few things. So we're going to continue the dissections now. This is one of the hunter killer zombies. Dissect. I don't know why, but I really like dissecting things in this game for some reason. I don't know if that's like weird or something, but yeah. You spot a few pores still weakly sputtering thin puffs of black smoke. Investigating them further reveals glands full of fuming black liquid, linked to the pores with long tubes. Weird. All right, let's sort everything on this bench out. We have to cook our character some food that's like actual food right now. Because he was complaining about not having enough calories, so. Got him up. Blood. Nice. All right. Start a fire there. Does it have the other stuff in it? It does not. We do need to burn some garbage, so. Yeah, we use these damaged planks here. And these burnt ones that I accidentally loaded up in our truck while I was putting the house we burned. Start a fire. All right, cool. So let's see what we can make as far as food is concerned here. We should use those chicken eggs since we do have like a supply of chicken eggs, might as well. Would they be an other? I think they'd be an other. I think the eggs would be an other. Deluxe fried eggs. Yeah, we can make some of these. Make 4 servings for now. Let's see. We can use those mushrooms we found. Yeah, that works. We use the vegetable cooking oil. We'll use those mushrooms. We use some of this parachino or however you pronounce that. And we use seasoned salt and horseradish. I think that'll give us the highest calorie count, more or less. So, a little laggy. Not sure why, but I'll deal with it. It's fine. My old computer was always laggy, so nice. If that filled our character up good. Stick this last one in the fridge. And now we can continue the dissections. Zombie bio operator, yeah, that one's one we're gonna really want to make sure we get to. Dissection. What's our medical skill at? Hmm. The corpse twitches as you begin. You didn't feel like rigor mortis. All right, well, our character's seen that several times already, so that's not a big deal. Get this Migo dissected. I guess it doesn't matter what order we dissect them in. We're gonna dissect all of them, but this is a little different from the other things, so I think we should get it out of the way. Let's see what our character has to say. You thought you found its brain, at least until you found another one, and yet another one, of a different size and shape. Needless to say, the structure of these organs means nothing to you. Also, the one in the head is one of the smaller ones. I want to finish dissecting and butchering these bodies, and if anything interesting happens, I'll include that. Despite not being very evident from the outside, it seems the entire digestive tract of the abomination was bloated with its obscuring smoke. The overbearing, sweet smell of decay emanating from the corpse forces you to take short breaks during your work to not puke. The majority of the digestive tract seems to have been reshaped into a singular stomach. All right, cool. You are now proficient in the principles of zombie biology. Fantastic. Let's keep going. We still have physiology and synthetic armors and stuff we can learn from these guys, so. Random cavities in its body make you think it was at least partially feeding on its own tissues to keep functioning. To your delight, you find a tapeworm in its gut, turgid but seemingly dead. Weird. I keep saying weird, but it is really weird. As you peel away the outer shell, you find veins lining the chitin plates. Its intestines grew into a labyrinth tangle, like so many worms devouring each other. You are dizzied by the rainbow of coloration of the creature's muscles, clashing with the bloody mess in its guts. We discover an insect stamp. The locust counts as a creature of flight. Makes sense, I guess. The wings of this creature break apart upon the slightest touch into a of identical rainbow crystals. Every cut reveals an organ you can't quite recognize, and you start to wonder what your insides look like now. The wings are held in place by stiff muscles reaching into the deep. Crazy. Our character's learning a lot from this, though. You spot a few flies and maggots in the corpse, their chosen carcass not seemingly to be very good for them, as most seem moribund. You know what that means. The front part of the brain is completely missing, with spongy, half-formed bone in its place. Some of your cuts meet nerves, and the already stiff corpse shudders with movement each time. The space not taken up by the now familiar floating sacks is almost entirely filled by a sticky, homogeneous yellow jelly that seems to actively try to avoid your knife. Yeah, let's get through all these. 'Cause I want the chitin or chitin or whatever from these focus. That's really why I grabbed all their bodies instead of just grabbing one for dissection. The carapace of this one still feels hot to the touch, especially around the wings. What you thought was shuddering chitinous fuzz on the creature's back is in reality thousands of miniature copies of its main wings flapping in unison. We are now proficient in physiology. Fantastic. All right, cool. So the rest of these bodies don't actually have anything to teach us, really. I'm gonna finish dissecting them anyway because they're here. You find a clump of malformed tissue leading deeper inwards, at the center of which is a bullet. Huh. It's raining. Cool. I feel like it doesn't rain often enough. Maybe that should be like a setting you can adjust in the world creation, like the amount of rain you get or something. Alright, let's go check on our chickens. Hello, chickens. How's it going, guys? Let's swap positions here. You failed to budge the chicken. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, we can name them. Alright, put some names for the chickens down in the comments right now. We're gonna name these chickens, at least some of them. Play with brown chick. Spend a few minutes to play with your brown chick? Of course. It's lifted my spirits a bit playing with the brown chick. Very cool. Come on, bro. This chicken can't be that fast. Well, I guess chickens are kind of fast, I guess, but... Come on. It can't be that hard. You just run up to the chicken and you grab the thing and you stick it in the cage. It's not that difficult. It's a chicken. It just isn't that hard. This chicken's magic or something. Guys, we might be eating this one. Are we just getting unlucky here? What is this? Oh, I hit it. I didn't mean to hit it. Well, it's in the water now. Can't do a whole lot about that. A chipmunk. Cool. Alright, turn off the music. Was the music actually interfering with our ability to catch that thing? There's no way. There's no way, man. There's no way. There's gotta be. There's just no way, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just can't. I can't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Smoke ourselves a doink here. Listen to some music. Hell yeah. Sit the chair at the table. We'll read this healthcare book. I should have done this before we dissected the bodies, but I was worried about them disappearing because they were just like actively rotting. Fantastic. Theoretical knowledge of healthcare increases to level 5. Alright, so let's see what we can craft here, weapon-wise, because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the build very much. Not a big fan. Let's see here, because I do want a piercing weapon. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be like a spear, but I do want it to be a piercing weapon. Hold on here. Oh, we don't have a spear shaft, huh? What's the difference between the bronze one and the steel one? 2 points of damage. And it costs like double the time to make. Well, we could just repair our bronze spear and go back to using that, I guess. Steel spear is probably a bit more durable. Same base moves per attack. Yeah, I mean, they're the same thing. This is just a little bit. Well, this would actually improve our bladesmithing ability, actually, if we made the steel spear, so. Yeah, let's go for it. First things first, let's make some supreme omelets. Yeah, we use the cheese, the burdock, pickled herring, I guess. That sounds terrible, but vegetable cooking oil, sure. Nice. Fantastic. Just the rest of these in the fridge. We need to get a freezer as well. Try to remember to grab one if we see it, so hopefully I actually remember. Probably won't, but maybe we will. Right. Yes, we were going to make spear shaft. Should I make several of these? Nah, it's not really any faster to make several of them, I don't think. I think it's honestly pretty much the same amount of time as just making them as we need it. So I'm gonna make the steel spear. Less because it actually does enough extra damage over the bronze one for me to care, but more so because it'll increase our it does do a little extra damage, but it'll mostly because it'll increase our blade smithing ability. Which I'm not sure if we're gonna need a lot of that or not, but I mean we could put like metal blades on our truck, on the front of our truck or something, or armored car. That'd be cool. Really mess stuff up with that. Man, our focus is really good right now. I feel like I'm wasting it by not like reading. Our character is super happy. All right. Character is eating very good the last 2 days. Chickens and stuff. All right, there's our spear shaft. Scythe. That might be useful as like a tool, like an actual tool. That might be a good idea to make. I think we already have a I think we already got like what we need. Like I think we already got a sickle, which is probably fine. I don't think we need to get like an actual scythe. We use the lump of steel. I think the chunks of steel are more useful, so I tend to use the lumps of steel if I can. So I think the chunks are more useful for other things, like repairing vehicles and stuff. So could be wrong on that, but I think I'm not. So yeah, it's gonna take our character all day to make this steel spear. So I guess I'll see you guys once done. All right, guys, we're back. I have finished our steel spear. This shall be our weapon for now. A stout wooden pole with a hand-forged steel spearhead. Nice. +1 to hit bonus, 30 piercing damage, 6 bashing damage. Medium blocking ability, capable of reach attacks. It has actually a 1 food cooking quality too, by the way. The build is cool, but like I'm just not a big fan of cutting weapons. Like cutting weapons just aren't very good. Like they're just not. Like unless you get that one martial art that allows you to like do armor piercing with cutting weapons, they're just kind of garbage. Like the only reason you would suffer with cutting weapons is if you were doing like role play, like a role play thing. like roleplay purposes is about the only reason you'd suffer through those. Like it just really is. All right, that was weird, but all right. So we've got our steel spear. This will be our weapon for now. Fantastic. We dissected all those bodies, and hold on, let me mop up that wall. That wall covered in blood. Um, there we go. That's better. Much better. Nice and clean. Nice clean environment. It's good for us. Here's all our disposable batteries. Could disassemble a bunch of things. I'm not sure I really want to do that on camera. We do need to wash all this. This stuff is just ugh. Here's our sand that we grabbed on accident. Put a spear and a spear strap, 'cause I think we haul faster for I believe we haul faster if our hands are free, so select everything will take us 7 hours. We don't have enough cleanser for it. Oh, I see. Um, I see. I guess go through here, select some of these things. Ah, yes, that works, I think. All right, all right. Infrared goggles, yeah, I definitely watch those. And the holsters and the jewelry. I do tend to grab jewelry and disassemble it. Um, I don't know if it's actually useful for very much, but I do like having the silver and gold lying around it. I think it's just I think it might just be some kind of like weird just some weird little thing about having like valuable things around, you know. Feels good. All right, that should be good for now. Take us 4 hours to wash all this. Crazy. I woke up super late today though, so not my character. Like in real life, I woke up super late today. I woke up real late today. I was just so tired, I guess. Luckily, I didn't have anything to really do today, so well, at least nothing to do like in the morning. Yeah. All right. We do kind of have to go through here and like collect the things that are clean now, though. That's kind of annoying. Vest, the t-shirts, the jewelry. Grab these sheaths. That right armor suit. Wait a minute. The canteens. This is going to be a bunch of trips to get this all back to base, but that's fine. What? Oh, weird. Why did it drop that? Alright. That was kind of weird. I'll just favorite those things, I guess, so my character stopped trying to drop them. I don't know why it's trying to drop them. It wasn't doing that before. But whatever, I guess. Not that big of a deal. Hmm. Yeah, we're really not picking this up very much, huh? Yeah. Alright. I'll finish this off camera, guys. This is taking too long. I thought it'd be a lot faster than this. Um, anyway, this was what, episode 25 of my Let's Play? So yeah. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe and turn the bell icon notification thing on if you want to be notified of future uploads. I'm Silentbracken, and have a nice day.